Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is October 20th. It is crazy. I'm in our studio. I got out of my office, and crazy thing is there is some wicked light coming through here, so we'll have that fixed. But it's been a wonderful, wonderful month. Hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, market update. I'm going to go over some Q2 stats, or I'm sorry, Q3 stats, because we're in Q4 right now. Q3 stats, as well as there's some big news by Zillow that was dropped that is going to make you ask some questions of what's going on here. So let's get into it today. So right now, I want to go over home sales. And right now, as we saw, it's very difficult to forecast what home sales are going to be doing through the rest of the year into the next year. And what I wanted to show you, though, was kind of what everything is going on. You can see 2021 through the months of July and August, and what the sales look like. They're actually starting to go up again, just like they were in 2020. But the one that you see here is 2019, which was very consistent. 2018 was the same way, just very flat line and consistent and going up steadily. And you can see here that 2021 is above that mark. And when I look at that, that just shows me that we're in an incredible, incredible market. But the funny thing is right now we are seeing the normal cyclical time. Last year, we didn't see this. Last year, during the pandemic and when everything was shut down in the early months of March, April, May, we noticed, well, obviously things were shut down. And after that, we had a very hot, like, quote, unquote, spring market in the fall. So home prices exploded, home sales exploded. And what we're starting to see is the normal slower season that you usually get in the fall prior to the winter market. Now, when I say that, I don't want to get you confused. I want to be 100% transparent here, and don't get you confused of when I say slowing down. Things are still moving very rapidly. Multiple offers on homes, home prices still going up, home selling for above asking price. Literally, one of my agents today just said, hey, we had an offer $40,000 above asking, plus $10,000 above if the home did not appraise for that $40,000 asking. So you're talking about a $50,000 swing above the asking price in that offer. So like I said, the market is still very, very, very hot, but we are starting to see homes sit a little bit longer. We're starting to see inventory on the rise. We're starting to see the normal things that would happen in the fall time. And it might seem strange to a lot of people that are in the real estate industry and they're used to things flying at 1,000 miles an hour. And it might drop down a little bit and still go at a very rapid pace. But like I said, you're going to see that little shift in momentum there. So right now, you can see estimated home prices over 2021. It's almost been 12% nationwide, really for growth. And so 2022, we're going to start to see steadily increases in pricing. And you're like, well, Jonathan, I thought everything was slowing down. Well, yeah, you see a slowdown here, but we're not talking a crash. And I want, like I said, I want to be very transparent and clear about that. No crash. But when you are used to seeing 12, 13, 14, 15% growth, it's going to be different when you see only 5 or 6. It's going to feel like the bottom fell out. That's just not the case. You're going to see more steadiness in the actual market as we get into the fall and winter. You can see the same exact thing here. 2021, huge growth over the past year. An annual average through 2025 is about 5.7%, which is about national average for recent history with that. And you can see here, the reason I put cumulative through 2025 is when you see that, it means that you have the potential to get a good amount of equity really over the next 3, 4, 5 years in your home. So purchasing a home now is still a great American investment that is out there right now. So 3 reasons listings may continue to increase throughout this fall and into the winter. And when I said that, because I mentioned that fall, usually you see that slowdown, inventory starts to rise. Well, this is what's happening. We have pent up seller demand. A lot of sellers are now more comfortable to put their home on the market as more people are getting vaccinated, as they're seeing just things opening back up, restaurants, movie theaters, plays. I mean, you name it, a lot of things are open. And then new construction is starting to take off. If you haven't been following, prices of lumber has drastically gone down. It's gone back down to a normal pace here. And home builders are starting to build at a rapid pace. increasing the inventory of new homes that hit the market right now. And then obviously the end of forbearance will create new listings as people need to sell their home in order to get out of the situation that they might have, and or they realize that they might have been struggling before, but the equity that they have in their home is still there. And even though they might be struggling to make monthly payments, they might still have the equity in their house to sell, which is just an incredible experience. So affordability, I want to talk again about affordability. I keep talking about affordability every single month, but it's key right now with everything going on, because we're starting to see mortgage rates go back up. But again, I want to put this into perspective that the mortgage rates really over the last year, all through 2020 to today, in early 2020, in January, is about 3.7%. We're just starting to see interest rates get on average over 3% right now. Doesn't mean that you can't get in the twos yet. It doesn't mean that you, due to situations, you might be in the fours. But on average, you're about a little over 3% right now. And you can see that's an increase that we saw. Again, people are going to panic. Oh, the interest rates are going through the roof. They're not. I just want to put a little perspective in here that they're about 3.01%. But with that being said, we also predict, or are projecting, I should say, that rates are going to continue to increase. You can see here the averages are going to start to increase. Now, what you don't see here is huge spikes. Now, obviously, everybody's talking about inflation and everything going on, and that's where we'll start to see interest rates start to creep up and go up with that. And what that means is, where are they going? Well, you can see here, mortgage interest rates used to be in 5%. I won't even get into like the 80s and 90s when they were in double digits. But even here at 5%, they've steadily gone down and they're starting to creep back up. But it's not a huge spike. So there's no cause for panic there. But things will start to creep back up. So this really goes into the cost of waiting. And I've shown this type of graph in different ways before. But I want to show you that your buying power matters right now. So if you're one of those people that are sitting on the fence and you're like, oh, Jonathan, I'm just going to wait for this market to crash. If you've been following our market updates, you understand that we do not see any signs of an actual crash anytime soon or imminent. And you can see here that these interest rates really matter, and locking in now before they start to go up, because you're already seeing them starting to go up, matters. We all know that home prices are predicted to continue to rise slowly. We also see that interest rates are starting to rise slowly. And you can see here, when you lock in at 2.75% on a $400,000 home, you're at about $1,600.33. Obviously, your local market, your taxes, HOA, that doesn't include any of that, will fluctuate. But so this is just an example of what this looks like. But at 2.75% and at $400K, about $1,633 payment. And if you decide to wait and you think that the prices are going to go down, and the prices say go down to $340,000, you're like, oh, Jonathan, I'm getting a great deal on this property. Well, we also know that interest rates are going up. So you lock that home in at $340,000 and at a 4% interest rate, guess what? Your payment is basically the same thing at $1,623. So it is still an incredible time to buy. And to me, it's not even still, it's actually one of the best times to buy historically, because every single fall, I tell everybody that fall is usually one of the best times to buy. A lot of people have stopped looking because the kids went back into school. They've paused their home searches. They might have found their home already. They're not going to move when the kids are in school. And fall, you usually see a little bit longer inventory cycle where homes are sitting on the market a little bit longer and buyers have access to more homes. So it makes it easier, because buyers right now are fatigued. They're stressed out. They're sick of not getting the home after they did all the crazy bidding that they did. They competing with multiple offers and all that. So this is a great representation to say, hey, now is still a great time to buy. And fall, to me, is one of the best times to buy in any year of real estate. So one thing I want to get into and up here is Zillow. And a lot of the guys in the industry have seen this already. This news dropped actually on Monday. And you can see here that all the different headlines here. Zillow is no longer buying homes. What does that mean for the flipping market? Zillow stopped buying houses. Zillow. And it's true. Zillow is one of the largest data collectors in the real estate industry. They have stopped buying homes. Now, what does that mean? we know that they have been running into logistical nightmares and actually executing on trying to buy people's homes. They're running into a big backlog of inventory. And what we know is they don't want to sit on inventory too long, which tells me that they understand that the housing market is not going to skyrocket into the spring, and that you might again get more money now for your home in this fall and winter time than you may in spring of 2022. And even though, like I said, you saw that the charts are all predicting that prices are going to steadily increase 4, 5, 6% going into 2022 and really over the course of the year. But you have to keep in mind that when interest rates start to creep up, buyers are going to get a little bit discouraged as well. And you might not have as many buyers in that springtime market. So if you were even thinking about selling your home, you really want to gauge what that looks like right now in the fall and winter market, even though a lot of people will say spring's the best time to sell. Spring's the best time to sell. And I don't disagree with that. I mean, there's huge benefits to selling in the spring, from the warmer weather, at least up here in Pennsylvania, to everything looks beautiful out there. Like you don't have dead trees and falling leaves and all of that. But keep in mind, with the different trends that we're seeing right now, Zillow not buying houses, all that, you might want to look at possibly selling your home now and getting a value for it. So obviously, DLP Realty, we can help you with that. We've been ranked #1 in the state of Pennsylvania for really the last 10, 12 years. But I want to talk to you guys about the Leaseback Program, because with this Zillow not buying houses, people are starting to see some shakiness in the market. They might not understand that. I want to let you know that what we're able to do is come out to your home, give you all the options to sell your home. We're going to give you what your home would sell for on the open market. We're going to give you an immediate buyout offer on your home, so you can decide whether you want to sell for cash right now. And then not only that, if you do sell for cash right now and or sell your home, you can actually lease your home back to yourself in order for you to give you time to find that next home. Because we understand that we're on hundreds of listing appointments a month, and we are always talking to our consumers, finding out what their needs are. And right now, a lot of the needs are, hey, I can't find a home right now. Where am I going to go? Well, this program helps solve all of that. We're able to lease that property back to your own home, lease it back to you, give you the flexibility, give you the time in order for you to move to the next home. We just wrapped one up actually very recently, where we gave the person a year-long lease, and they only needed it for 3 months because they found their dream home in the next 3 months, and we're literally closing at the end of this month on October 31st. So these situations are out there all the time, and we have the solution for you through our Leaseback Program. So if any of this interests you, just go to dlprealty.com. Go there, fill out a form. We'll start sending you stuff about that. And then on that, one of our specialists will reach out to you and then really go through what your wants and needs are for your situation on that. So go to dlprealty.com, and I look forward to helping you. This is our October monthly market update. Catch you guys in November. See ya.